Hey, this is Matt Riddle, the King of Bros, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with the King of Bros, Matt Riddle. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. I'm in Toronto.
You are, for your Smash Wrestling debut, so it's a pretty exciting day. How are you feeling about it?
Pretty good. Been trying to make my way to Toronto with Smash for a while now, and actually wasn't booked earlier this week here, but somebody pulled out, and I put on the internet I was available, and here I am.
It always worked out.
That's right.
Well, tonight you'll be facing Speedball Mike Bailey. I've seen him in the ring before. Pretty devastating opponent. So how are you feeling going into that?
I feel pretty good. Me and Speedball have literally wrestled in probably 6 other countries already, just haven't wrestled in Canada yet. So this will be our first time wrestling in Canada, but like I said, we've wrestled in Germany, Ireland, England.
You kind of know your way around him in the ring, don't you?
We know each other pretty well, so tonight's going to be a good night.
With all of the wrestling matches and UFC fights that you have under your belt, did you get nervous walking down that ramp onto the mat?
You know, I used to get nervous before I started fighting in the UFC, when I did amateur wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and then I just stopped getting nervous. I would think to myself, what's the worst thing that could happen to me in a fight? I was like, somebody could break my jaw and I could wake up to everybody laughing at me, and my wife leaves me and takes the kids, and I lose my house and all my money. Like, that is the worst case scenario. So I would think that before these fights, no nerves, easy. It's the worst thing couldn't happen.
Okay. I might have to share that tip with a couple of other people I interview, because I know a lot of us get kind of nervous before this stuff.
It works really well. Assassins used to do it back in the day. You would think and like kind of meditate on the worst possible scenarios, so then when you went to do your task at hand, very rarely does the absolute worst happen. And if it does, you're ready for it. Because that's what usually hurts people. Not the outcome of the situation, but they're not ready for the outcome. Okay. If you're ready for it, if you prepare yourself for it, easy business.
I love watching you wrestle, because when you wrestle, there's this bit of an element of danger to it, and I love that fact. But of course, with that, the danger comes the cuts, the bruises, all the bumps they have to take. So what is the worst one that you have had so far?
In MMA or wrestling?
Either. Something come to mind?
You know what? I would say like the worst injury I had was I broke my hand in a fight probably years ago. I have a titanium plate in my hand, and it didn't hurt that bad, but it just didn't heal good. Like, the bone was broke straight down the center, and just didn't heal that well. They had to like hook it up.
Doesn't sound very good.
No, they had to put a plate in it, and then they put like electrocuted it and stuff until the bone started growing over the plate. It's kind of a hassle. So other than that, everything's been pretty good.
I know some people, when they have injuries, like when it rains or little things happen, like you still feel it. Is it completely gone now, or do you still feel it in there sometimes?
I feel it. There's a plate in there, so like when it gets really cold out, the plate gets cold.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Okay, so coming to Canada must have just been lovely.
It wasn't cool. I mean, it was cool.
Very cool.
Way too cool. But yeah.
Growing up, I know that not a lot of wrestling was actually played in your house until your dad once put on WWF, and you were kind of hooked since then. Was there anyone in specific you really wanted to emulate? What kind of got you hooked to that?
I never wanted to be like anybody else. I just wanted to be me. I wanted to be Matt Riddle, whoever that guy is. But I wanted to be him, because so many people are like, oh, you'll be the next Randy Couture. And it's like, no, I'll be the next Matt Riddle. Oh, you'll be the next Kurt Angle. It's like, no, I'll be Matt Riddle. That's who I am. I'm not somebody else playing somebody else. I'm Matt Riddle playing Matt Riddle.
I was about to say, I know that you've said many times before that you go into that ring and it's just very genuine, very much yourself. Was that always the case, even when it came to MMA, or did that switch when it came to wrestling? Where, like, now I can fully be myself?
Well, you know, when you first get into wrestling, I don't know why it is. Everybody tells you to be yourself, but the last thing you think is to be yourself. You think you got to be a character, right? But I think what people don't realize is if you're a person and you're a grown-up, and you're willing to get dressed in spandex and fight other men in their spandex underwear in front of crowds, maybe you're already a character, and there's not much you need to change other than just expressing yourself.
You're a character in itself from the beginning.
That's it. That's all I did. I was just like, oh, I'm Matt Riddle. I'll be Matt Riddle. And it worked out really good.
Well, you're, of course, course, known as the King of Bros. That is how I introduced you. So when were you first crowned that?
I say bro a lot. I don't know when the official crowning came into play, but I know, like, in my wrestling start, like, I remember talking to William Regal, and I remember calling him bro, and he didn't say anything to me, but everybody else around me was like, you can't call Regal bro. You got to show him more respect. And I'm like, what are you talking? I didn't mean anything
It's just very
by it.
natural, yeah.
And then probably, like, my first WrestleMania weekend, that's when the bro really came to the forefront. I wrestled Zack Sabre Jr., wrestled Tim. I wrestled a lot of good guys, did very well. And at the one match, I yelled bro as I submitted Zach. And after that, it just seemed to be getting bro chants ever since. Everywhere I go, Germany, America, it doesn't matter where I go, they just chant bro.
Well, in celebration of bro, I created a little game called Bro or No. So I'm going to say a word if you happen to like the word in the context. Bro. And if you don't, no. Got it?
I got it.
All right. First one, roller coasters.
Bro.
Tofu.
No.
How about camping?
Bro.
Beer pong.
Bro.
The opera.
Opera? No.
No, okay. People wearing black lipstick.
Bro.
Candy canes.
Bro.
Moshing at concerts.
Bro.
Bro. And surfing.
Very bro.
Okay, so a lot of bros. A little bit, not so much love for like the opera and camping, but...
Well, I think it, like, I don't mind theater. Opera's a little different, but, maybe like a musical, maybe like Army of Darkness or Evil Dead the musical. I can get behind that, but I don't think I can get behind just a random opera singer singing in Italian or something,
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I can understand.
Not my
fully.
thing. Not my bro style.
I noticed that you have a really cool collection of caps. Like I mentioned earlier before the camera started rolling, the cool Deadpool one. You have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. And then you also seem to like to play a lot of video games. So for me, those go hand in hand, some of those subjects. So what is kind of your go-to game as of late?
Well, as of late right now, I play a lot of video games. But right now I'm finishing up Cuphead, which is pretty good. I just beat the Evil Within 2. Almost done with Wolfenstein 2. I play a lot of games in my free time. So, yeah. And I do wear a lot of the hats, the comic hats, cartoon hats, video game hats, stuff like that. And the reason I do that is, like we said before, I didn't grow up watching sports. So I don't support a sports team or anything like that. So I support video games, I support comics, I support cartoons, support myself.
Yeah.
So that's what I wear, that's what I represent,
Being a fan of comic books, if you could kind of adapt any sort of superpower in the ring, what would you love to have?
I'm a pretty simple guy. I think just, the recovery ability, like kind of like a Wolverine or Deadpool. When you can just recover and take a beating, I don't think anything scares anybody more than somebody that just keeps coming.
Of course.
And even in my experience in the UFC, you get punched in the face, and that guy hit you as hard as he could, and you just look back and smile at him and come forward. It's terrifying to them because they know they can't hurt you. So I think that would be my power, just that. Because then, one, I wouldn't get uglier. I just keep growing, so that'd be cool. And then two, I think it's an underutilized superpower that, people are probably afraid of.
And then you wouldn't have to go into the ring thinking the worst. You wouldn't have to have the whole scenario going through your head. You
All
just
the scenario's
walk right
gone.
in super confident.
Gonna grow back. Be fine.
I want to talk music with you. I was wondering
that's probably my weak topic.
Is
I'm
it?
not big into the music scene.
You are not. Why is that?
Honestly, I was born deaf, and I just, like, in music, I can't remember the words. I'm just really bad with music. I mean, I have a couple favorite songs, but when it comes to, I can't repeat verses from a song. If you ask me, I will repeat them wrong, and you'll probably just
Even
laugh.
with your favorite ones?
Yeah.
Or, really?
Yeah. Like, that song, Cat Scratch Fever?
Yeah, of course. Cat Scratch
Well, growing
Fever.
up, I didn't think he was saying cat scratch fever. I thought he was saying can't scratch beaver. And I didn't know what can't scratch beaver meant. And I'm like, is this a song about a guy, like, he just can't get his hands on a beaver to scratch? Or what? And I remember one day I was in the car singing, and they turned it down. Like, what are you singing? I'm like, you know the word. Can't scratch fever. Da-da-da. And they're like, you are an idiot, bro. And I'm like, yeah.
How did you feel after that?
I mean, after that, I really lost all confidence in repeating songs. So, yeah, that's the day where I just completely stopped.
Okay, well, you mentioned having favorites. So who are some of the artists behind those songs?
You know, I do have some favorites. I like all genres of music for the most part. But, you know, I grew up in the 90s. I like some Wu-Tang, like some Dr. Dre, some Smashing Pumpkins. You know, it's a variety. It's more like
eclectic
favorite
taste.
Playlist. You know,
Yeah.
I can't say, oh, this one artist is just so good. You know, but if I had to pick a band, one group, I'd have to probably pick Tenacious D. I can actually remember their song words.
Like trying to think of my favorite ones, like a long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo. Like I don't know why. Tenacious D.
That's the greatest song in the world.
Is that the
tribute?
Tribute's great as
that's
well.
That's not the greatest song in the world. It's just a tribute to the greatest song.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you love the film as well. I mean,
I do. I like it all. I like me some Jack Black. I hung out with Jack Black and KG at the Playboy Mansion at the Grotto.
That's quite a mix.
I'm not going to tell you what happened. We were all adults, nothing crazy.
I won't pry.
But yeah, so I got to brush shoulders with some of the Hollywood's elite.
Did you end up being able to sing with them at any point?
No, to be honest, KG wasn't as cool as I thought he would be.
Oh, no.
I know. I was really disappointed.
Jack Black held up?
But Jack Black held up, you know. And I met other people throughout the night that held up, so it was pretty cool.
Okay, so made up for it.
Yeah, like I met Rob Van Dam for the first time that
sweet.
night. Yep, so that was cool.
When you meet people like that, doesn't part of you try to keep it cool, or do you find yourself just
I'll be honest, you know, I saw him, and I marked out a little bit. I was like, Rob Van Dam, you know, and looked right at him. He looks right at me and goes, Matt effing Riddle.
No.
And I'm like, no way. He's like, me and my wife watch The Ultimate Fighter all the time.
That's brilliant.
I'm like, I watch pro wrestling all the time. We were each other's fans. So that worked out extremely well as well.
I love hearing that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You never know who's out there watching. You really don't.
You don't.
Well, just to wrap things up, I do want to leave it with all of the fans who will be watching. Anything you want to say to them?
The fans that will be watching, you know, we love that you're watching. I appreciate it. Anybody watching me do anything. If you could, though, maybe follow me on the social media. The Twitter at Super King of Bros. The Instagram at Riddle Bro. And Facebook at Matthew Riddle. Plain and simple, my name.
I want to say thank you for hanging out. It's been a fantastic time.
No problem. My pleasure. Anytime.
And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogget.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.
Bro.